Welcome to the Earthquake Team Building Simulation Exercise. You will not need to take notes, nor will you need to refer to the printed copy of your exercise until later.
Okay, so, what else is there?
Hopefully not too much. It's already after 7.
Anyone else want a soda? There's still a few left.
No, thanks. Can we just wrap this up, please?
Already after 7. Well, at least we missed rush hour.
Yeah. Is it my imagination, or is it taking longer to get out of downtown these days?
Listen, we still haven't decided whether or not to include these new figures.
Well, I think we should.
Do we have time to get them in the printouts? What time is the presentation?
9 a.m. first thing. 10th floor conference
I
room.
wonder why the 10th floor.
Well, if I come in early, I can add them in the morning and make the printouts.
Well, I don't think we need to include them. Maybe what we need to do is refine these things.
Is everyone okay?
I think so. Oh, but my arm hurts.
I got hit by one of those huge reference books, cut my leg.
Hey, did that column in the corner come up over there?
Sure did. The basement's this badly damaged. I wonder what's wrong with the rest of the building.
I don't know how you guys can see anything in the dark.
Well, there is some light coming in from the crack behind the water heater. I'll go check it out.
Forget about the damage. We've got to get out of here before the rest of the building gives way.
I think I smell gas. Does anyone else smell gas?
Do you hear a hissing sound?
I don't know if it's hissing or the building moving.
We've got to get out of here. This whole building could cave in.
Hey, everyone, we're not going anywhere. The stairs are completely blocked. There's a ton of concrete.
Oh,
Everyone needs to calm down. We need to find another way out. What about the elevator?
Nope, I looked. The shaft is jammed with rubble. There's a draft coming down, but you can't see through the debris.
Well, what about the crack in the wall above the water heater?
Yeah, the water heater's okay, but the crack's only big enough for a small animal.
I'll check the phones. Maybe we could call for help.
Sometimes the lines aren't damaged in these things.
Forget it. The lines are down.
of course they're down. And probably everything else, too. Obviously, you've never been to a bad one.
How do you know it was a bad one?
It lasted longer and shook more than usual.
Oh, so that makes you an authority on earthquakes?
Would you two stop arguing? Look, I found a flashlight and a radio. Let's try to tune it in.
Maybe now we can get some real information.
Interrupt this broadcast to bring you an Action 1 special report. There has been a major earthquake. At 7:12 p.m. this evening, San Francisco and the surrounding areas were rocked by an earthquake that experts say may have measured as high as 7.5 on the Richter scale. It is believed to be one of the worst earthquakes to hit this area in decades. Initial estimates say that the quake lasted for approximately 40 seconds and that the danger from the earthquake may not be over. There could be more tremors. The city's telephone network is paralyzed. Electrical wires are down, and a number of fires are burning throughout San Francisco. Gas explosions and water main ruptures are occurring throughout the city. Many buildings in the downtown area appear to be severely damaged. City officials say they may be forced to shut down all utility services in order to prevent fire outbreaks. Many freeway overpasses have collapsed, and most of the San Francisco surface streets are clogged with debris and abandoned cars. Unofficially, the mayor was reported as saying that it could be 72 hours or more before city repair crews are able to restore communications and utilities. The mayor also requested that city residents stay off the streets except for emergencies until further notice and be prepared to be on their own for at least 3 days. Stay tuned for more updates.
It really does sound bad.
I wonder how long it will take for someone to find us.
No, the aftershocks are starting already.
I don't like being down here with these aftershocks. How are we going to survive this?
Well, they did say there was damage to downtown buildings. Maybe they'll start looking for us right away.
I don't know, with these aftershocks, it might be a while before they're able to dig us out.
Well, you never can tell. We may be here for a while, or maybe they'll find us right away. Might as well make the best of it.
Well, we have a flashlight. Let's see what we've got to work with.
You and your group begin the process of working to ensure your survival. The basement is very dark, but as you search through the rubble, you find a number of items that may be useful. They are the flashlight with extra batteries, a working battery-operated radio, some cleaning supplies, a mop, bucket, window cleaner, bleach, some hand tools, and work gloves, 2 candles, a package of matches, a first aid kit with bandages, antiseptic, gauze, and aspirin, 2 bags of chips and 4 chicken salad sandwiches left over from an earlier lunch meeting, 6 cans of cola, and 3 full ice cube trays in the freezer, and a coffee machine, half pot of coffee, and 3 packages of coffee. Now you must determine how to proceed. In your printed exercise, you will find a chart and instructions on how to complete it. The middle column lists 12 action steps. 7 of the action steps are important for your survival. The other 5 are either unnecessary or may harm you. Each of you must first work on your own to decide which are the 7 action steps you would take and which 5 you would not take. Without consulting with your team members, choose the action steps you would take and the order in which you would take them. Place your ranking 1 through 7 in column A. Assign number 1 to the step you would take first, number 2 to the step you would take second, and so on. Then continue the ranking by assigning numbers 8 through 12 to the steps you would not take. Assign number 12 for the most dangerous or least helpful step, number 11 for the next less dangerous step, and so on. When directed by your facilitator, you will complete the same exercise as a team. This means you must reach consensus with every member of your group as you rank the action steps. Reaching consensus means that everyone in your group can say, "This may not be my first choice, but I can live with it and I will support it." Place your team ranking decisions in column D. In this section of the earthquake simulation videotape, you will compare your individual and team rankings with the experts' ranking. You will need the chart in your printed exercise. As you follow the video presentation, place the experts' ranking in columns B and E next to the appropriate action step. The expert rankings are provided by Richard Eisner and Lynn Murphy, the director and project planner for the Bay Area Regional Earthquake Preparedness Project. The rationale for their ranking is based on extensive research and more than 15 years' experience in earthquake preparedness and survival. Mr. Eisner is internationally recognized for his numerous professional accomplishments.
If you were in this basement conference room at the time of the earthquake, you'd be trapped for the time being. Chances are that a family member or friend will start to look for someone in your group soon. But it may be days before you're rescued because the damage from the earthquake was so devastating. Consider for a minute how devastating. The emergency bulletin we heard indicated that the quake measured as much as 7.5 on the Richter scale. That means that thousands of people have died. Several thousand more are seriously injured, and tens of thousands are homeless. There is critical damage to the city's airports and highways, enough to slow down or stop the transportation of emergency services. Most, if not all, utilities will be non-functional for at least 72 hours. communication systems are either severely damaged or overloaded. Plus, fires, ground failure, and toxic chemical leaks will make it necessary to evacuate many areas. But actually down here you've got a few things going for you. The building hasn't caved in yet. No one's seriously injured. There's enough water to last 1 or 2 weeks. You have fresh air from the crack in the wall and the otherwise blocked elevator shaft. You have a radio, and it is possible to signal for help. However, you also have a few things working against your group. You have no utilities. Your building is structurally damaged, and there's no apparent way to escape. You're low on the priority list for rescue because injured people, fires, and more lethal situations will take precedence. There are aftershocks which are potentially dangerous and upsetting to your group, and panic and fear could hamper the decision-making process. Now, given these conditions, the safest way to survive the experience is to wait it out in the basement until help arrives. This could be a few days or longer. There are certain action steps that you should take first, and some that you need to avoid. The first thing to do is to shut off all utilities. With an earthquake this powerful, utility lines often rupture at the point where they enter the building. It's usually the basement. This places you at serious risk from a water main break, gas leak, or live electrical wires, especially with continuing aftershocks. The second thing to do is to check for injuries and administer first aid. In your group, some people need first aid, even though the injuries are relatively few and not too serious. Use the first aid kit as soon as you can to make the people in your group as comfortable as possible. The third thing to do is to assign someone to monitor the radio and listen for updates. The radio is an invaluable source of survival information, and in your situation, it is critical to stay well informed. What you hear on the radio will help you decide what kind of signaling devices to use and when to expect help to arrive. Plus, the radio can serve to calm you by making you feel more in control of your surroundings. The fourth thing to do is locate and secure a water supply. Since you'll probably be here for at least 2 or 3 days, you must secure a water supply. Each of you will need to drink 1 to 2 quarts of water per day to stay properly hydrated. Use the largest supply of water first, the water heater. A 50 to 100 gallon commercial water heater will easily take care of your group. It's very important that you close off the fill line to the tank to ensure that your water supply is uncontaminated. There are other water sources in the basement, including the coffee machine and the pipes in the bathroom. Save the 6 cans of cola for the second or third day. The sugar will help when you get hungry. Fifth, develop day and night signaling techniques and begin signaling immediately. Now that you've met your basic needs, you can decide